Hi, welcome to Soulmate of Self. It's October 15th, 2018. So, lots of good stuff today, ladies. Okay, so we start off. I pulled a couple cards for our session. At the start of our session, it was both of the cards were very similar to each other. Very dynamic in colors, orange, red, blues, and yellows in there. And they were both like holographic in nature, like orbiting and moving, vibrant energy. And they were both about protecting of our spaces as we are also creating our life into being. So it reminded me of yesterday when I was listening to Abraham. Abraham was saying, we did not come here to judge life and to critique life. We came here to create life. Okay, so then that instantly came through. So that's just a reminder as well of we're here to create life because we are creators. That is who we are, and that's what our purpose is in being in this life form here on planet Earth. And so each of you all of us are creating our lives into being. We always have been. We're creators and we always will be, right? So, with that, what I saw at the start was like everyone. So I tuned in each of your spaces and then all of us collectively. And I really did a lot of work also in directing the energy, like with each of you and really tuning in. And everyone's space is looking really good, like really juicy, really dynamic. And just reminding you that you are creating your life into being. Okay. Now, within that, what I saw was continuing with the purification of Mary Magdalene. Thank you so much, Mary Magdalene. And the energy of her, that like white light, that white energy of just purification into the essence, into the purity of you. So within all of that dynamicness, we went on into the insides of you to look behind the curtains because I love to go deep and see what's going on the deeper scale of things. And what was really calling each of your attentions was there were fusions of different people's cells with different energies or different people or different old attachments, cords, or hooks. So Archangel Michael came on in with the assistance of your angels and guides and starseed beings of the highest and best nature for you to help with this work. And they were there doing several different rounds and then working in conjunction with Mary Magdalene as she's purifying into just the simple, purest essence of you and your cells. So what I saw was there were also different energies, so different old traumas, experiences, relationships, attachments, that kind of stuff. And even what I saw was I could see where people had released different cords where they've done the work and releasing. But even in those areas, I saw they were kind of weaker in the psychic cellular structure and makeup. Like there were some weaknesses, so there were some actual like attachments and fusions and energy suctions and all of that, but don't worry, that's changing and has been changing and continuing to change for you. And then also this was really brilliant because we got to really look at even the places where there was already a beautiful releases and work that have been done. We wanted to strengthen that and really, really up the power within that. So that's still happening for you. So what it appeared to me, I see a lot when I'm working with starseed beings is in the healing works or is centrifuge. So it's like this white cylinder centrifuge that was spiraling this white energy. And I'm going to share some images that I found that look similar to the images that we're working with. And that'll help to activate it even stronger for you. And I'll put it on our Facebook group page. But there's these white centrifuges. So each of you are in it and your cells are in it. Okay. And your energetic boundaries are being purified and spiraled and spin clean, and it's upping up your psychic walls, more of your psychic force field, okay, and your psychic boundaries, and reclaiming all of your soul parts and soul pieces, rinse fresh, clean, and pure light, and return to you so that you are fully complete as Mary Magdalene is purifying you into your essence. Okay, at the core of you. So that's what's still going on behind the scenes. I keep tuning in and it's still moving, it's still going on. So it's just going to work for each of you in however is best for you, however long is best to complete this cycle for this session. Okay, but you are fully supported even now as we speak. Okay, it's still working through you, working with you. And we're going to be doing way more work around this with the boundaries, especially into 2019. So I've been receiving brilliant information for, kind of opening up to Soulmate of Self and the next evolution into 2019 and what that's going to look like. It's going to take some different shifts and evolution, which I'm really excited about. And as I get more, I've been receiving some information, a little bit here, a little bit there, and it's really juicy. And as it comes more into form, I will share it with each of you. And so this year, we have 2 more months after this month left for this year. And this year, just remembering at the start of it, it's all about love. I mean, it's always about love. It's always going to be about love and Soulmate of Self. It's all about love, okay? And so it's beautiful time right now of just purifying you into your essence, into your pure love, into your pure essence, into your pure love. And we're also opening into even more of the divine feminine, more of the divine masculine. Now, what is on the rise? I want to, especially with all of this around Me Too, Time's Up, all of that beautiful, gorgeous movements. I'm all about it. It's what we're seeing getting shooken up onto the planet, right? And also, it's so vital not to get stuck and dwelling in there and to have container around it, to have structure around it, to have boundaries around it so that you're able to heal, to feel, to express, to heal, to elevate, to move up and rise into the feminine and the divine masculine as well. The boundaries are, and the boundaries are divine masculine, okay? So we're going to get more into this. I'm also going to be doing more intensive coursework on boundaries, which is the divine masculine. Reminding each of you, we're all divine masculine, we're all divine feminine. The divine feminine is our source, our creativity, our Shakti, right? Our allowing, our trusting, our magnetizing to us without effort, just with ease, right? It's our intuition, our love, our harmony. I mean, we can go on. That's the divine feminine, right? The divine masculine is the container, it's the Shiva, it's the container. Boundaries are our container. I am all about boundaries. I geek out on boundaries because the boundaries are infinite. Like the expressions of boundaries are infinite, okay? And they are essential. So I want to remind each of you, which connects into our session today, we are in the age of Aquarian, right? So it's all about psychic powers, right? Telepathy. It's going to be more and more and more like that, right? Like really literally creating our life consciously into existence, into being, communicating with others in the psychic realm, right? And as more and more people, because we're all psychic, as more and more people tap into the strengthening of those gifts, it's going to be even more and more vital that you are really strong in your boundaries psychically. Okay, so I'm looking at everybody in our group, and everybody, oh my God, I'm filled with so much love because everyone in our group is so heart-centered, and there are a lot of people who are even tuned in, tapped in, right, who are hooking, using psychic hooks, using psychic cords, and it just comes from fear, just to manipulate or control, right, and it just comes from a space of fear. However, it can be very psychic behind the scenes where you don't even realize it's going on. And that's going to be happening more and more and more as people are developing their gifts even more. And so you want to be more aware of this. Isn't fear. This is just about more information and awareness around upping up your psychic boundaries and your force field so that. And the way to do that is by creating and implementing constantly, every day, all the time, even more and more boundaries. That's your container. That's your divine masculine. That's your Shiva. Okay, is strengthening up your boundaries, your auric field, your force field, because there will be, wherever there's little cracks in there, those energies and hooks can come on in and fuse with you, and they can't come in. Hold on, they can't. They can only come in or fuse with you if you allow it to. So that's the good news, right? We're all in power of it, but you've got to understand and have more understanding of your force field and understanding of what boundaries really are. Because the boundaries are, yes, it's self-care. It's saying yes when you mean yes, no when you mean no. It's only doing things that line up with your own value system. Yes. But there's so much more to boundaries, and we are going to get into that because that is the divine masculine, and thank God it's on the rise. Okay. But we'll talk more about that. For right now, I want to give into your practice, okay? You're still going to be going through this purification. Don't worry, you're fully supported, and all of your spaces are protected, and so a few practices here, ideas here of you opening up so that you really, really open this up even more in your brain. We're opening up the portal to the divine masculine, to your Shiva, to your boundaries. Okay, so you really, really feel powerful with. You feel powerful with your being as bright as you are in the world without any fear of being annihilated, persecuted, people fusing with you, psychically attacking you, because it does happen. Unfortunately, it does happen. That's just part of it. However, you do have the power within you, and we're going to be working with this of giving you more and more tools and more understanding of it, right? So that you feel powerful within your space, because each of us are so powerful. So powerful. And it just takes like understanding it a little bit more, okay? How to work with your power. So, okay, let me get to the practice here. So we're opening up this portal even more for you, okay? So boundaries, these are ways of opening up and thinking about your boundaries, your mind and your thoughts. Go to your mind and your thoughts, and without any judgment, okay? Because remember, we didn't come here to judge and critique. We came here to create life. Okay, so paying attention to your mind and your thoughts without any judgment of what's your self-talk. Just noticing your self-talk. What are you telling yourself? What kinds of thoughts are you thinking and believing or hooking into or swimming around in? Okay, what are your thoughts? And then what can you do? What actions can you do to increase your thoughts? Okay, that would be a boundary. It'd be a boundary. It's like noticing. Okay, maybe those are more of lower vibration, negative, downward spiraling thoughts. Okay, the boundary would be, my boundary is I'm committed to my own value of self-love, of power, of actual connection with divinity and highest truth, right? So that's the boundary. That's an example of a boundary. Okay, so then you may implement it with maybe to increase your self-love thoughts, right? Maybe you write a bunch of different notes and you put it on your mirror in your bathroom, or on your full-length mirror, or on your computer, or leave little love notes in your car for you. Okay, whatever you need to do, like increasing your thoughts and your self-talk. Okay, listening to high vibe material. That's the boundary. That's the boundary. Is listening and engaging in conversations or information that's high vibe. That's connected with divinity. That's connected with source. That's the boundary. Okay. Another one would be conversations. Conversations. Who are you having conversations with? What kinds of conversations are you having? That's a boundary. You get to choose. Okay. There's more to come with all of that. Feelings and emotions. Feel all of your emotions. I'm big about it. Fully unsuppressed, fully expressed. Feel all of your emotions. A boundary within that. There's so many boundaries. So many boundaries within that. One boundary that I want to point out is to always join with your inner child as you're feeling all of your emotions. So whatever you're feeling, joy, elation, appreciation, gratitude, sadness, loneliness, feelings of rejection, abandonment, any and all, right? Join and gather your inner child. Okay, join and gather your inner child. Talk to your inner child. That's the boundary, meaning you're not going to feel your emotions anymore, any of them, right? Without, uniting with your inner child consciously. That's a boundary. And remember, every time you're creating these boundaries and you take action in alignment with it, you strengthen your psychic force field. You strengthen your life. You strengthen your Shiva, your container, your structure, so that your Shakti, the divine feminine, rises and is fully expressed. Okay? So these are some examples in your relationships. Okay? Saying yes when you mean yes, no when you mean no. Are you compromising yourself? Are you being disrespected in any kind of a way, even just a little bit? Okay. Another boundary with that, with your inner child, would be that you are standing with your inner child, which means you are her number one love, mother, soulmate, sister, best friend. That is a boundary that you don't allow to be disrespected anymore. Not even in those little tiny little ways of just kind of tolerating it or going along with it. Okay, that's a boundary. So, ladies, I would love to hear from you. I'm going to check in again in this month on our Facebook group page, but I'd love to hear what kinds of boundaries are you noticing for yourself that are coming up. How are you implementing like strength in your boundaries? And I'd love to hear what you notice as a result of this. Okay, you're strengthening your Shiva, your divine masculine, so that your divine feminine rises and is fully powerful and expressed in the world. Oh my goodness, thank you so much to each of you, and just sending each of you so much love. Remember to drink lots and lots of water and get good rest and be loving and beautifully kind and patient and all the good things. Best friend, soulmate to yourself.